In the 1970s, Maggie and Reed Farabee bought this property that was slated to be demolished. The family cleaned up around and put it back together as best as they could because Maggie knew that this log cabin was an important part of our local history. The Farabee family maintained it, and Maggie kept trying to find a historical group interested in restoring it. It was suggested that Amwell Township form their very own historical society, and in 2004 we did. We started collecting members and fundraising to restore the cabin. Our biggest fundraiser was, and still is, the Chinese auction at the annual Hughes Covered Bridge Festival right off the Mariana exit. In 2007, we started work on the restoration. Lots of folks came out to help with dismantling. The workers eventually dwindled down over the next couple years to just a handful of guys that would meet regularly throughout the spring and the summer and continue work on the cabin. Bailey Steel has been a huge support since the beginning. They helped with the unstacking and then restacking of all of the logs. The rotted logs were replaced with new logs under the supervision of Terry Cole, who was helping and advising us throughout the entire project. The Cook Dodd cabin was built in 1785 on Route 19 in the village of Amity, PA. It is one of the original cabins built on one of the 22 town lots which Daniel Dodd and Ziba Cook advertised in the Western Telegram and Washington Advertiser in 1797. The cabin was built on lot number 6, 65 feet by 165 feet, with a dug well that served the small village. The cabin is unique since it has a double fireplace, a huge lintel, a loft, and a half-dug cellar. Cabin size is 24.5 feet by 20 feet. We continue to maintain the cabin as it could have looked and open it up for visitors during events and by appointment. We always have it open during Trick or Treat on October 31st, and we normally have it open for visitors during the Covered Bridge Festival in September. In 2024, we got together some of the people who helped build the cabin 20 years later, and Maggie is in the center of that picture. She's 95 years old when the picture was taken. This is a picture of our museum room located in the Amwell Township Municipal Building, which was previously the Amity Elementary School. Our museum is located in what was the 3rd grade classroom when I was there in the late 80s. Among the several one-room schoolhouses still standing in Amwell Township is the Red Run School. It is currently being used for storage by the owner. We were planning to restore it as a school and museum, but due to a right-of-way issue, we were only allowed to put a new roof on it with hopes of moving or restoring it sometime in the future. As our efforts to preserve history continue, we restored the Amity War Memorial and we added new veteran names to the granite slabs on each side. We also restored the Lone Pine War Memorial and have added granite slabs with new veteran names to it, as well as replacing the wooden names in the center of it with a granite plaque. In the early days of Amwell Township, a lot of people, when they passed away, were buried on a nearby farm rather than a cemetery at a church like we do today. So one of the cemeteries was the Van Kirk Cemetery. So in March 2019, we started to clean it up. As you can see from the picture, there weren't a lot of stones visible. We just ran into a lot of briars and had just kind of a couple headstones in the woods. We believed it was just a small family burial plot, but the more we cleaned up, the more headstones we found. And eventually We found and restored nearly 60 headstones. A lot of them were in a lot of pieces. We learned a lot of different techniques on how to clean and repair them. We enlisted lots of help finding, cleaning, and restoring the stones. We had some students at Trinity High School make composite crosses and engrave them in their fab lab. We also had a company who does zinc restoration help us restore the zinc monument for William Curry. Our Historical Society has participated in the PA Adopt a Highway beautification program for the last 20 plus years. We go out twice a year and clean a 2-mile stretch of Route 19 near the Amwell Township Municipal Building. And we are always happy to have anybody help volunteer with us. A lot of high school kids need community service hours, so anybody willing to help is always greatly appreciated. Among our fundraising endeavors, we've had several quilts donated, some hand quilted, some machine quilted, and we have raffled them off over the years. This is always one of our favorite things to do because quilts are historically a huge part of early America. For the last 20 plus years, we've also put together a Historical Society calendar each year that we sell. These calendars are full of local history and pictures. If you are interested in purchasing one from this year or previous years, they are available at the Amwell Township Municipal Building, or you can contact our Historical Society president. If you have any pictures that you would like to donate for use in future calendars, I will put my email address in the description below and you can get in touch with me. We have an ongoing oral history project. We would like as many people as possible to write down their memories of living in Amwell Township, whether it was 5 years ago or 50 years ago. Every memory is important and part of our history. So if you are willing to write down what it's like to live in Amwell Township, or what it was like growing up in Amwell Township, or what you remember, please contact me via the email listed in the description and I will get you more information. We have a couple future projects in the works. We're currently looking at options for roadside markers to mark historical locations in the township. We are also looking to clean up the Miller Family Cemetery, which is a very small family burial plot. If you are interested in helping with any of our projects, current or future, please get a hold of us. Thank you.